Or later.
All later. Hello and welcome to Play RP. I'm Oliver. I'm joined by Niall, Alex, and Lewis.
Hello.
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 It's time for our video game book club episode. Once a month, one of us chooses a game for the group to play and review, and this month the game is Sly Cooper, as chosen by Alex.
Sly Cooper.
Go on, Alex. Why'd you do it?
So Sly was one of those games when I was younger where nobody had ever heard of it. The only reason that I heard of it was because I had it on a demo disc and I replayed those first few levels so many times because it was as soon as you got the first three keys and went through that little thing, then it just played like trailer for the full game. So then I played that demo for probably like a year or something, like just like on and off. I used to just love it. And then just one Christmas, I just got the game and I was just in love with it. But like literally no one had ever heard of it. So I was gonna pick a different game, video game book club, but then Niall hated his life with Ghost Runner. So then I was like, right, I'm just gonna pick a nice simple platformer that maybe everyone will like, maybe not. I just want more people to like maybe experience this game because it's just one of them games which like goes under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like my main reason for picking it. It's a game that I can beat in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my game that I bought you Abe's Exodus a few years ago. For the,
yes,
yeah. So my game that I played loads of in a demo was Odyssey, Abe's Odyssey, and that's why I love the game so much because, like you say, you just play the first few levels over and over again, get really, really good at the game. But so when it actually comes to playing the full game, you're already know how to do it. All right. Should we? So a little bit about the game first of all. It was developed by Sucker Punch and published by Sony. It was first released on September the 24th, 2002, exclusively for PS2, and it is a stealth platforming game. Let's start with some opening statements. Let's go with Lewis this time.
Dog.
Oh. Sly Cooper, I thought was a pretty fun game. It was short and sweet. I think if the game was twice as long or so, it would have started to get a bit grating. But because it was only like a 5-hour game, it was actually mostly good. I do have issues with the platforming of the game. It's not as tight as I would like it to be, and because of that, it can cause for some frustrating moments, at least in the gameplay. But overall, yeah, I thought it was good. I had a good time. I'm sure the sequels do what it's trying to do a lot better. And because of that, I gave Sly Cooper a 7.
Big old 7 out of 10. Alex, you can go next.
So it's no surprise. I love the game. I've been playing it since I was younger. I gave it a 9 out of 10. The game, I just love the game a lot. I really like the platforming. I know Lewis said it's a bit like iffy for him, but like I'm used to it. I know how the game works. The only thing that really lets it down for me is like the car sections and not playing a Sly. That's like the little bits which actually does bring it down for me. But that is fixed in the second and third game, like when you're not playing a Sly. Other than that, I just think it's a solid game. It's short, it's easy to pick up, and it's just a great experience all around.
Yeah, Niall.
Hello. I thought the game was about an 8 out of 10 in the first two worlds. I really, really liked it. I thought that the variety in how you basically do the same thing over and over again with the stealth and the platforming was really good. I thought the second world in particular, I really liked the theming. I thought it looked really nice, the casino world. I thought the boss, once I figured out how it actually works and remembered that I could jump because I forgot about that, was pretty fun. But then from World 3, it just like sort of took all the wind out of me. There was a big difficulty spike, I thought. Not just in what you have to do, but just the types of things that you do didn't suit what the game was good at. It was a lot of more precise jumping, a lot of if you fall, you're immediately dead, and some of the checkpoints are a bit unforgiving. It was kind of like the first two levels of playing it safe with what the game was capable of doing, like a high level, and the third sort of pushed itself a bit too far. And then the final stretch of the game, it took me a while to actually start playing the game again. Was fine, but it was that big hump in the middle which really knocked the score down for me. So I gave it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Who provided this footage, by the way? Who provided the Sly footage?
Me.
Yeah, right, yeah. Because I just noticed you actually opened a safe.
Oh yeah. I don't open another one because I just didn't look for the clue bottles after that.
Fair play. All right. So my opening statement. So it's a product of its time, man. It's a product of its time. I don't remember kids games being this difficult back then, but maybe I had to have better reflexes. It's like if I went back now and played Crash Bandicoot, like the first Crash Bandicoot or the first Spyro for the first time, I'd probably think this is a bit janky. But I have played them before, and if I go back and I still think they're amazing. You know what I mean? So I get why Alex picked this. I get why Alex loves it. I get why it's important to him. But it is janky. The plot, like Lewis has said, the platform is a bit all over the place for me. It provided a lot of frustration. The mini games are just the car bits, and like Alex said, anytime you're not playing as Sly is again just a massive frustration for me. But saying that though, I think I am going to play the sequels.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I enjoyed the second half of the game a lot. I started to get more to grips with it as time went on, and I believe that the sequels, like Spyro, like Crash, will do it better. I gave this a 6 out of 10.
Crikey. So what's that averaged out then?
It's averaged out to a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
damn.
A round number.
A round number.
Unheard of. So yeah, 7 out of 10. It's not too bad, is it? So should we talk about those fucking mini games?
Oh yeah, half of them are like quite bad, especially like the car ones.
Yeah,
I thought the car ones weren't terrible.
I thought the car ones were literally fine. They were inoffensive.
They were just quite annoying because it's not your fault if like something goes wrong. It's just literally down to the AI just getting a bit ahead of you.
Yeah.
And
I thought the complete opposite. I thought the race was entirely your fault, and it was very manageable. On if you it was your fault if you didn't get into first place, really.
Yeah, so the first time I played it, I came last, and I was never even close to coming, like, I think there's 5, right? So I'm never even close to coming 4th. But in the second one, as soon as I got out ahead, it was fine. Like, you just got to try and get out ahead.
I will say the first one was a lot more difficult for me than the second one. The second one I beat first time, absolutely no issues. Well, the first one, like Alex said, it just felt like there was a little bit of RNG in there.
And it controls good as well.
Yeah. The cars behave different every time. So it's just like if you just got knocked off the track or something, that was pretty much it. There was no rubber banding or anything, so it didn't feel like there was a way to catch back up. But it took me a few attempts, definitely.
Sounds to me like it's a skill issue, then.
It could potentially be. The other ones, like that was the shooting one as well, weren't there? The shooting one was okay. It was fine.
I hate the shooting one.
Which shooting one?
The one where you're on the car, or the one where you're shooting for Murray?
Shooting for Murray.
They are like I got used to it because I remembered like from childhood like when not to shoot, but like there's just moments where like they'll just open up and there's just like TNT there and you just kill him.
I thought the ones you have to shoot for Murray were fine. Luckily, I'm a freak on the sticks, so I basically never missed anyway. I died maybe once or twice, but it wasn't too bad. But I could see someone who's maybe not as good as quick aim, because it doesn't give you a large window to kill the enemy before it reaches Murray. So I could understand that if you're a bit slower with that stuff and maybe not as accurate, how that could be incredibly frustrating. But luckily I didn't find it too bad. But I can't say I found it fun. I thought they were just kind of weird levels that just sort of stopped the progression a little bit of the game, and then it just sort of slowed everything down for 2 minutes, and then you got to go back to the actual game. It was a bit weird, but I did prefer the other shooting ones. The other shooting ones are fine, even though there was only like two of them.
When you was in a car.
Yeah, just on a car, and just shooting along, on the path.
No, I didn't like the one where you was like, you're on a volcano or something like that, and you had to collect 30 of something. Oh, you had to kill 30 piranhas, was it?
Yeah, the piranha one is quite annoying because you have to collect the piranhas and then use the flame from the piranhas to light all the torches. But if you miss, then you had to collect another piranha.
Honestly, no, my worst one with that, where I actually suffered and lost for a solid 10 minutes, was the first one with the crabs.
Oh, the crabs with the moving the sticks.
Yeah, when they're grabbing the what is it?
They're grabbing the chests.
Yeah, they're grabbing the chest. That mini game frustrated the hell out of me. I was losing on that for like a solid 10 minutes because there was too many at once. A lot of the time, too many crabs, and I just could not keep up with stopping them all before. Because a lot of the time, they would spawn. The chests would spawn really close to one of the entrances for the crabs. And if there was already a ton on screen, I would just struggle sometimes to be able to get to it in time. But all the other ones were relatively fine. But that first one sucked. I hated that one. And I know it's not like super important now because we'll talk about the last level in a bit. But all of those minigame frustrations came out in that last level, and I did not like that last level because of it.
Yeah,
definitely. I didn't enjoy it like whatsoever. But we'll talk about that towards the end.
Yeah, man. It's one thing I did want to bring up as well. This game, it looks really good still. You know what I mean? It's a really good looking game. It's like one of those. It's kind of like timeless graphics.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt.
They shows a really good art style with like the thick black outlines and stuff. It just holds up.
Yeah. Would you call it cell shading? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
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 By definition, I think it's cell shading. Yeah.
Cell shading. It's definitely the best.
By definition, he's got the dictionary open. He's pointing at it.
No, because I thought cell shading just. Well, I don't know the exact definition of it, to be fair, so I probably shouldn't have said that. But from what I understand, it's just it's a way of making something look like hand drawn, but in a 3D space, and that technically is. It looks like a cartoon, but it moves. Well, sorry, it's 3D and it moves.
Yeah, well, the Simpsons game was definitely cell shaded.
Oh yeah,
definitely, without doubt. So Niall, you said in your video on the world famous channel GDL,
Sly Cooper,
that you thought it was one of the best implementations of stealth.
Yes. That I've played.
That you've played, then please speak more to
that. So a couple of reasons why. So first reason is that you didn't have to worry about different amounts of alertness, like an alert scale, like a Batman, for example, where they could be like, oh, I'm a bit worried. Oh, I think there's a Batman here. Oh, I know where Batman is. You know, it was said you were either seen or you weren't seen. I like the simplicity, but on top of that, pretty much every instance where you can get spotted by something, there was time to react to it. So it felt like it melded the two. It was like if Batman and Mary Jane had a child and called Sly Cooper, and that's what it felt like. So like the spotlights, obviously you just trigger the alarm, or you hit the alarm, it would stop them. Most enemies which could spot you, spotted you from either a far enough distance away where they had to run to you to hit you a melee attack, or they were ranged enemies, so they would have to shoot you, and all ranged bullets were projectiles, so they had travel time for you to be able to dodge them. There was still loads of bullshit, like there always is. Like the vision cones definitely didn't line up with a lot of the enemies. Like if they've got like a very obvious spotlight, you could be like a good couple of steps outside of that and still get spotted. You get spotted when you stood behind an enemy because that vision cone would have been placed a bit further back from where the enemy actually is. So there was a bunch of frustrations, but it was just imagining if it was like a polished modern game, I'd think this would be the type of stealth, if I had to do stealth, that I would enjoy.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think I do. Like most stealth games do frustrate me, but this one definitely didn't. There was nothing to do with the stealth that frustrated me anyway.
I don't disagree with what he's saying. I just think the definition of stealth. I just think
it's kind of definitions.
I think the stealth in this game is the bare minimum of what it is. I think technically a stealth game, but like at the same time, I wouldn't call it a stealth game even remotely. Like if I was describing the genres of the game, I just wouldn't say stealth because it isn't. You don't do anything stealthy, really.
No, I think the second game expands on the stealth a lot more than this, just with like the different power-ups that you get. But it's just bare bones stealth, I'd say.
Like the game is just a platformer where occasionally it's better to not let the enemy see you before you hit them. That's about it.
Yeah, because they'll alert the other enemies, or like they'll.
But even standing on the lasers, it doesn't matter because all it goes from is a laser that doesn't kill you to a laser that does kill you, but you can also immediately turn it off like 2 feet later because it's a linear level. So
Yes.
the stealth in it is pretty much non-existent, at least for me. And that's why I just don't really. I don't want to say I don't care about the stealth, but it's just the stealth is so minimal that it's just not really something that I'd even register as being like a selling point of the game. It's just a 3D platform where people can see you when an alarm can go off.
Let's
I
remember.
think it could have been a lot. I think it could have been a lot worse.
It is a kids game. It's not Metal Gear. It is Metal Gear, so it is like my first stealth game. And it doesn't matter where you're looking in the dictionary because Wikipedia calls it a stealth game, so it is a stealth game.
Yeah, there we go.
Just imagine you accidentally stand in a spotlight and you immediately die. Would that be worse? I'd say it would be worse.
Yeah, because it'd be on fucking Good and Evil where it just ruined your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime that you did anything and then you got fucking 5 big brutes charge you and you just die instantly and you can't fight back.
It gives you an obstacle which is worth, staying away from and avoiding, but the punishment isn't too severe.
I don't think it's worth, but that's the thing. I don't think it's worth avoiding. That's why I'm making the argument. Because
if you saw an enemy with a coat with a spotlight on them, would you try and stay out of that spotlight?
No, I ran at them.
Damn. Freaking
I feel like there's some. Yeah, maybe it's just a skill issue.
There was like 2 enemies where if they see you, they automatically lock on a projectile, which will hit you no matter what. And those enemies I intentionally avoided because otherwise you can't kill them unless you're right up against them. But 90% of the enemies, you just run at them and just smack them. It doesn't matter what sort of.
Maybe it needed to be harder for this. Maybe it needed a hard mode.
No, it's not about it being hard because the game was incredibly frustrating. I'm not making that argument. My argument is that the stealth is pretty much unnecessary.
By definition.
Yeah, by definition. I haven't got an issue with the difficulty because I already said the game was frustrating, but that was due to the controls of the game not being tight enough.
Okay.
The frustrations of the game came from the fact that half the time when you told Sly to do something, there was a slight delay in what he was doing. So it wasn't instant in where you were moving. So you had to adjust earlier for what you wanted to do. And try and place yourself where you wanted to be, or do what you wanted to do like a quarter of a second earlier than you were meant to. And because of that, it caused for just a lot of annoying jumps, especially when there was not necessarily any consistency between holding triangle and doing things, because some things wanted you to press triangle and some things wanted you to hold triangle. And the mixture of those two just got kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think it didn't need to be so heavy on just the triangle for everything. But didn't you played natively on the PS3, right?
I did.
How was that? When was the last time you did that?
Last time I played, honestly, the last time I played it might have been when I played Sly Cooper like 5 years ago.
How did the DualShock 3 feel in your hands?
Awful. I hate that controller.
It just feels like nothing, right?
It feels like you're holding nothing. It feels like at the same time, it feels like nothing, but it also feels like you could snap it in half with just like with the slightest bit of pressure. It's not a nice control. And also, I've discovered that apparently when you don't use a controller for like 5 years, the rubber starts to go sticky on the analog sticks. So that wasn't fun. But the port on the PS3 is pretty good. As far as I understand, it's the only way to play the game natively in a HD resolution and in widescreen. The port,
you can play it on PS5 now,
but it's not widescreen or HD. It's just the 480p version of the game. But
that's a weird decision. Why didn't they do the PS3 version?
Because they can't do PS3 emulation.
Yeah, they can't emulate PS3 on the PS5. Well, they claim they can't.
Yeah, so
I think they can't.
It'd have to be through cloud, and then it'd be stuck in cloud.
Yeah. It's and also it's probably just easier for them to port over the PS2 games. But yeah, as far as I know, the PS3 version is the only way of playing it in HD. So it is a slightly different experience from the regular game. I think the port was pretty good. The game crashed on me a bunch, which I don't know if it was the game or if it was my PlayStation. I have no idea. So that was kind of annoying. I had to redo some stuff quite a few times, but luckily it saves pretty often, so that wasn't too big of an issue. But in HD especially, the game looks very nice. It's the main reason why. It's the main reason why I wanted to play it on the PS3. Like I could have played it on the PS2 or the PS5 and played the PS2 version, which would have been fine. But considering this is the only way to play the game like this, and because the game already looks as good as it does, I just thought it would be nice to try and appreciate it in its, I don't want to say best form, because people have conflicting opinions on whether or not they think that port is good, because it wasn't done by Sucker Punch. It was done by a different team. I think it was done by the
Sanzaru Games.
Yeah, was it done by the people who made the 4th game?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I know there's different opinions, and elitists will say only play the PS2 one and blah blah blah. But I had a pretty good time with that port. I think it's a nice way to experience Sly, especially if you've played the games a bunch already, like the PS2 ones. Playing the PS3 version, definitely would be an improvement for a lot of people. I think it is a shame it's only 720p though. It isn't 1080p. That's the one kicker about it. It is 720p, so it is a bit stretched. But
another reason to play natively was trophies, and you platted the game, right?
I wanted to talk about that next. Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, I did plat the game. The trophy list is different depending on if you're playing the if you're playing the Sly collection on the PS3, or if you're playing the native PS5 port.
The PS2 version. There's different trophies.
The trophy lists are different depending on which game you're playing, but they both do have trophies. Yeah.
So on the subject of the plot, so I wanted both you and Alex will be able to answer this. So obviously, there's collectibles throughout each level. There's a little notes in battles in which you get a code for a safe, and then that safe gives you a ability. So I only got one of them, and it wasn't very useful. The dive, yes, it wasn't very useful.
They're all incredibly useful.
So I found this out recently, actually. So by level, you will, no matter which safe you open in whatever order, you'll get the abilities in the same order.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. A lot of them aren't that useful, but there's one of them where you just speed up.
Yeah,
which
there's a speed
quite useful, but you're just holding triangle the entire time.
Yeah. I used it for half the game. Yeah. It just speeds up the game by double speed. And it just makes the game quicker. It requires you to play in a claw position if you want to. If you want to speed up and like platform at the same time, but it does add a lot to the game in terms of like efficiency. I'd say a solid. All the passive upgrades are really good. So there's upgrade. Oh, Alice, you can say go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say there's one where you don't get hit by electricity. There's one where if you jump off a ledge, you'll just get like flung back and you won't die.
Oh, damn.
So a lot of them are really useful. I don't know if you have a specific one, Lewis.
Well, I was going to say the best ones, at least for me, aside from speed up, but the passive ones, it was the when you fall in water, you take no damage, and when you fall off ledges, you take no damage. It made just getting through the levels a lot nicer because you didn't have to respawn, you didn't waste a life. And because I was struggling with the platforming somewhat, it was nice to not be punished for that. A lot of, I'd say like 70% of the upgrades, though, sadly, are active abilities, and most of them are just not going to get used. They're just not very good.
Yeah, they're just... a lot of them are like gags. So there's like a decoy one where you just throw like a silhouetted Sly and you can distract them, but unless you throw it in their line of sight, but you'll be close enough to them anyway, where they'll just get distracted by it and you just hit them. But you can just hit them.
And you've got like a bomb, so Sly throws his hat. And he can use it as a bomb if someone walks up to it. He can like detonate it. You've got a slow down time ability to go along with a speed up, but for most of the game, you can only use that when you're jumping. There is a roll.
The roll was quite useful because I got an upgrade as well.
Yeah, there's a
where
roll.
You got like an electric field around you.
Yeah. But a lot of those abilities don't get used because they all share the same button as what the speed up button does, because speed up is an active ability. So if you're using the speed up, like most people probably do when they get it, you're just never going to touch any of the other active abilities, which makes it feel like sort of a waste to collect them. But I think the collecting, and it's one of the things about the game that I think it does relatively well, is the collecting in the game, because the levels are so small. And there's never that many bottles to collect. The idea of collecting them isn't really that much of an issue. Like, it's always quite fun. There's a couple of times where you're missing one bottle, and you have to go through the level a couple times, and you're missing it in like a really easy place, and that can get frustrating. But for the most part, collecting all the bottles in each level, I thought was fun, which is why I did it. I wasn't necessarily doing it for the abilities, but whenever you did get a nice one, it did feel good.
What's the last ability you get? Is it like anything mad overpowered or anything like that?
No. The last
No.
ability you get, I think, would that have been the panda level? I think the last ability,
yeah, because
it
you have to open it after you beat the game.
Yeah,
what
no,
was
yeah.
in there?
Technically, no, there's nothing in it. Oh, no, you can slow down enemies
Right.
Oh.
because there's a slowdown button which slows down you and everything. But I think the last ability just slows down the world around you, but you can move at the normal speed.
And is there any like big reward for getting everything? Like, or is that it? Like it's like Spyro has the big reward for collecting everything in the game.
No, collects everything. I believe you just get some behind the scene. You get a behind the scene.
Oh yeah, you get director's commentary for every level.
Yeah.
So you go through the level and listen to the director's commentary.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what you get for doing everything.
Alex, just watch you fail on the crabs.
Oh yeah, I know. I was devastated. And I was like, I'm not redoing the footage. I think I fail again.
Yeah, I wouldn't say collecting everything. I wouldn't say the reward. It's not a bad reward. I like directors' commentaries and stuff like that.
Well, Plat's good enough for you anyway, isn't it?
But I mainly do it for the plot. But
yeah, the PS5 native version has some weird trophies from what I remember because I played the game last year when it was released. There's one for like just making a weird jump like on the pirate ship in the first level, which is probably coming up in the footage soon. Yeah, like I had to look that one up because I didn't know what to do for it. It's a good version if you want to go for trophies that isn't just play the game.
The general thing is that the PS3 version is a very lazy trophy list.
It's literally just play the game.
If
you do nearly everything, you'll get the play.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It is one of those games where it's as simple as just 100, like just do everything and you'll 100% that you'll plat it. The PS5 version has a lot of challenge trophies where they've specifically done like you have to complete this level while doing this, like complete this level without getting caught, or smash 5 windows in this level.
Yeah, destroy 7 panes of glass in Black Alley Heist. Drop 5 cars in straight to the top. Like it's just random stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's a lot more of a fun trophy list. Especially I guess if you've already beaten the HD collection and you want to like play Sly again, it's definitely incentive to go and do it and add more challenge to the game. But the actual game itself, I wouldn't say the reward is overly exciting for doing everything. But like the game, I think that game to me anyway, at least, is unplayable without collecting everything. Because I feel like if you don't collect anything at all, the game is very nothing. The levels without collecting anything would be literally like 4 minutes long. So it's one of those games where I definitely would collect everything every time I played. Just because I don't think the game would be very, I don't want to say not fun without it, but it would just be very basic without it.
It'd be a 6 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the bosses as well, because the bosses for me is where I've got a big weak point of the game, like a big weak point. I don't think I enjoyed any of them. The closest I came to enjoying one was the panda one, and that was just because it was funny.
I thought the panda one was the worst one.
Well, it's the worst one in the fact that you can just batter him. And it's pretty, you avoid one attack and then you just batter. It didn't feel like there was like specific phases or anything like that. It was just avoid, batter. The worst one for me by far was the casino one.
You struggled with that. You had to get me on a call to explain what to do.
I don't think it was that bad, that one.
It's not that bad.
I've struggled with it on the last stage because it was something in my brain where, because you've got to wait for him to flip one of the shields or the mirrors, and then flip it back and come back. That felt very counterintuitive in my brain. Like because I thought waiting by the mirrors is going to cause him to flip it, therefore I should not wait by the mirrors. So I kept getting caught in between them over and over again, and then eventually I got Alex on a call and said, "Yeah, just wait by the mirror." And at that point, it was simple, but I didn't feel like I was told to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's like the thing of it though. It's like it's trial and error. There's no like penalty to like just trying stuff out, because even when I like replayed it again, I forgot about like the first phase on what to do, and I was like, oh no, wait, yeah, I've got to get the lights on. I was like, right, yeah, I remember now.
There is a penalty. You have to start from the very beginning. every
The
time.
boss is like 3 minutes long.
Yeah,
What do you mean they don't?
No, well, no, the boss is 3 minutes. Well, I'm sorry, I don't disagree that you have to start from the beginning, but I don't know if it's much of a penalty because the bosses are really short.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a penalty. That's the thing. If you fail 5 times and it takes 2 minutes to get back to the final bit, and you spent 10 minutes doing something you already know you can do.
Yeah, but if you fail 5 times, then you get a horseshoe on your back, so you get an extra hit.
No. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't like a penalty to me would be like if you lost all your lives, you don't even start from the bottom. Yeah, like you have to. I don't know. You have to like do the whole level again. But like you die, you start from the beginning of the boss. You lose all your lives, you start from the beginning of the boss. Like there isn't a penalty.
I will say, by the way, the swamp boss is not fucking 3 minutes long. That's a.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's the worst boss by far.
Yeah.
Because we all know how much I love Guitar man, and even me with my rhythm. But the thing is with the PS3 version is that it's out of sync.
Oh yeah, it's way worse on the PS3, but it's really bad. Like it's almost unplayable. Like the level's almost like impossible.
Well, it felt out of sync when I was playing it. Like I was sure I was getting the rhythm right, and it was still failing me.
In the PS3 version of the game, the music is they updated the music, but they didn't change the
rhythm to the
original rhythm for the song. So the music is wrong, but the rhythm is the old song.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to match it on the PS3 version, like next to impossible. Like you can't follow the music in the PS3 when you have to just look at it on the screen and do it based off of that. But I didn't think that boss was that bad. Genuinely, the panda one was the worst one for me, and it wasn't because it was hard. It's because you just ran left, and then got to him, and then hit him, and they pushed you away, and then you ran left, and you just did that over and over again. The frog one was fine. The mirror one was pretty good. Ms. Ruby was fine. The panda was bad, and the last level was fine.
Now's the point to talk about the last level if you want to.
Yeah, I mean the boss in general I didn't overly like because I kept dying because the game's bad. And I kept dying on that last section of the boss. Do you know his free phase where you've got to knock his you knock some of his robot body, then you knock some of his robot body again, but then the third part is the platforming part. And I kept getting killed by those electricity balls.
Oh yeah.
Through, but half the time I couldn't see them coming. Like I didn't see what I was jumping into, and I kept getting electrocuted. And that's where it got annoying that you had to restart the boss from the beginning because that part was actually long because it was a health bar where you had to wait for it to go to the next phase. Then you could do more of the health bar, and I kept having to do that because I kept dying on the third phase. But that entire last level I didn't like, especially the Bentley, the Murray section, but with Sly, where you've got to shoot stuff 4 slides is climbing up. I thought that had the most horrendous timing in the world, where it is impossible for the player to know what's coming unless you die a bunch and know exactly where stuff's spawning. It does not give you any time whatsoever to shoot it before it kills Sly almost instantly. It's really poorly designed,
especially the top layer of it. Like you have to go through it. You have to get there way ahead of Sly and destroy everything.
And destroy those things, yeah.
Because if you let him get, if you don't, then he's going to die every time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't understand how they made that part so poorly. Yeah. But I died a bunch on it because it was trial and error because I needed to learn where all the spawns were for the big whatever the fucks. Yeah. And just preemptively shoot where they're going to be. I just thought it was very silly. Yeah, I don't know why it was designed like that.
I can't remember if it was the last level or the one before it. The one where it's like basically a gauntlet and the lava's rising, you've got to climb up.
That was the last level.
That's in the last level.
I got heavily punished in that level because I use save states for it, and it does not like using save states. That's not like because what I imagined was happening in the level was you'd get to a certain point and the lava would rise to meet you, so you have a new. So basically you start over each time kind of thing, but what actually happened was the lava was constantly rising. So if I wasn't fast enough, then the save state that I'd saved would fail every single time. So I just in the end I just save state right at the beginning and I thought, nah, fuck it, I'll do the whole thing in one because I kept failing. I kept trying to cheese it as well and getting through it, like trying to skate over the lava.
That's the thing. I also found it difficult because at least for me, I don't think the game. Like, people laugh nowadays is when it's always like, oh, the fucking yellow paint on like where to jump and whatever. But I think it's very difficult sometimes in Sly to tell what is actually interactable and what isn't, and where it is you're actually meant to proceed. Because the platforms just aren't obvious enough a lot of the time, especially in those quick platforming sections like climbing up the lava. I died a bunch on it, mainly because I didn't know where it wanted me to go. I couldn't tell where it wanted me to go. And by the time I figured it out, the lava had already risen too much, or I'd just miss a jump because it wasn't where I was meant to go. And I just think a little more direction on that part, or a little more obvious just things to like latch onto and jump to would have been appreciated. Because it did make it a bit difficult to actually traverse. But I think that's just because no games from then made stuff like that easy. It was all
I think the signpost in this game is actually quite good for that level specifically. I know what you're talking about. But the game as a whole, I think it's quite good. I never really, throughout the rest of the game, I never really struggled.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't really an issue the rest of the game. No, it was mainly fine.
But yeah, no, that level, I felt you had to be really perfect throughout all of it as well. Like if you make one mistake early on, then the entire run is fucked. But you won't know that run is fucked until you get to a certain point later on.
Yeah,
it's difficult. Right. I'm actually quite keen to get on to the next part of the podcast. Does anyone have anything more to say on Sly? Now you haven't spoken in a long time.
Sly Cooper?
He's playing Rayman. He's playing Overwatch for me.
No, I'm not.
Would you want to play the second or third game, Niall?
Yeah, actually. If it was better paced, definitely. That's the thing. Like, it was just that I felt like I was fed false promises by the first two levels being so well put together, and it felt like it was slowly increasing in difficulty. And I just really like the casino world in particular. Like, I could have spent a lot more time in there. I just like the vibe.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, with World 3, I was like, what the fuck is this? Spending like half an hour on the first level because I was just like, it was so different.
World 3 is the worst one by far. It makes you, like you say, it makes you think there's a massive difficulty spike, because it's not the case. You go beyond it and it's fine again.
I don't know if you guys won't remember my rant from the games we played in 2024, but basically Sly 2 expands on the game. It makes each level a hub world, and it's all mission based, and you play as Sly, Bentley, and Murray. So
not Murray.
No. Murray's actually quite good because you actually play as him, and he's actually strong. Like, he's like, think of like Sonic Heroes in that like thingy. He's just the muscle, so he's just really strong.
He's the Knuckles of the group.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, fair play, cool. Well, I think it's definitely worth doing. Right, shall we move on, fellas?
Yes.
Right. So this is the November episode, which he's leaving.
I was gone. He does not like November.
So this is the November episode. So this month there will be no 20 questions to guess the next game. It is as usual. Every year we do a secret Santa so everyone gets another person from the group a game, and then they all review it separately. Yes. So I was gonna change the thing, put the old hat on.
Always putting it on.
Yeah, now I was going to explain what we're doing with this because he's changed it up this year.
Yeah, I've changed it up. So instead of us just going around and opening our parcels and probably revealing our addresses in the process, what we're going to do instead is we're going to see individually, one at a time, secretly open our parcels, see what the game is, and then we're going to start what they call on TikTok the imposter game, where the person who just opened the parcel knows what the game is. The person who got them the game knows what the game is, and the other two people don't. Right. The person who opened the game will say a word which to them, because they know what the game is obviously associated with that. And then we'll go round, probably just in whatever order we are on screen, and also say a word. And then the person who has the game will have to identify who they think got them the game after a few rounds of that. However, so we don't spoil the rest of the openings, the person will not say immediately who they think it is. They'll just keep it in their head, and then we'll reveal it all at the end.
Right, but won't they be able to guess that who got it based on the fact that no one else was able to answer?
What do you mean?
Right,
able to answer?
No,
everyone does answer.
Right, everyone does answer.
Everyone does answer. So if, say like it's Sonic, I say like blue. You say hedgehog.
Right.
Lewis says.
Yeah. Imagine the point is that you're trying to win, and the word you're associating with whatever Niall says, for example, is you trying as hard as possible to try and associate it with what you think it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Contexto.
Yeah,
If we
I
play
don't know what that
Contexto.
is. We're just gonna have to do it and see what. Right, who wants
Yeah,
to go
right.
first?
I'll go first because I'm
He
eager.
always goes first.
I'm eager.
Like, we're not saying it'll work well, but I do understand how it's coming from.
I don't
Yeah.
think Secret Santa is just simple enough. You know what I mean?
Nah, we need a minigame.
Right. Okay. Right. Let me just Google something.
Niall realizing the game's too hard.
No. I'm pretty sure. And obviously, no, like just saying words which are part of the title. Right. Okay. I am gonna go with courtroom.
Oh, okay.
And so then
Who's next?
on my screen, Alex would be next.
Right. Okay. Objection.
Okay, then Oliver.
Judge.
Anime.
I'm gonna go with. Wait, should I go again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's your game.
Yeah, no, I'll go again. I'm gonna go with suit.
Okay.
Lawyer.
I don't get this game at all.
I get it.
Gavel.
Visual
Okay.
novel.
Okay, right. I feel like I know who it is based off that.
Okay.
Are you gonna reveal the game?
Yes, I will reveal the game. Wait, should I reveal? No, I'm not gonna reveal the game because it might influence stuff.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna keep it under wraps for now. I'm gonna write down who I think mine is because that might change as well. Right. Okay. Shall we go with Lou Dog next?
Yeah, go.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm scared. You know. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to think because it said no words that are in the title. I don't know what, because I could say something here, but then I might throw everyone off.
Can the word be like the genre? Can it be anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lewis said visual novel.
I did, yeah. To be fair, yeah.
I did. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna.
You've got the easiest job. It's in front of you. It's in your hand.
Yeah, I know, but like, let's say. No, but it's just the word. Mine's gonna be incredibly vague. Is the issue?
Just do it, otherwise we'll be here all day.
I'm gonna say, hack and slash.
Okay. So it's me next.
Yep, I told you it's gonna be incredibly vague. Is that where the fuck do you go from there?
I'm gonna say action.
Okay.
Swords. Oh, I thought it was my go. Apologies.
Oh, I thought it was my go.
Who's going it now?
It's me, right?
It's Alex, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
sword.
Okay. Coat.
Classic coat. I'm gonna say Japanese.
I'm gonna say anime.
Okay.
Laser.
I don't think any of you bought me this game, you know. I think it's just a straight package. Not a single one of you sounds like you know what this game is, so therefore I'm choosing to believe none of you bought it for me.
Metal.
What did you say?
Metal.
What'd you say?
Metal.
Okay.
Metal. Right.
Okay. Right. Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Who's going next?
You going again, Lewis? Are you sure? Yeah.
You want me to, I could drop one more if you want. Fuck it. You're asked for it.
Okay.
Let's go with Assassin.
Hard.
Series.
Blade.
Okay.
Do you think you know who it is now?
I think I know who it is now, yes, for sure.
Okay, right. We will go on to Alex openings, I suppose.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Fucking hell.
Mine also has the duct tape on, by the way, Lewis.
What, sorry?
Mine also has the duct tape on.
I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
I knew I'd get this game.
Damn me, yeah.
Paper.
Paper? Whose go is it now?
Yes,
Yours.
Fold.
Me?
Yes.
Origami.
Wahoo.
Wahoo!
Platformer.
So I'll just go.
Plumber.
Lewis.
Third person.
Turn-based.
I know who it is.
Bro's got that turn-based platformer.
Wait, has that been done before?
I don't think so.
I actually don't know.
All right. Is it my go?
Yes.
It is.
You're good, Lewis, yeah?
Yeah. It's just this game was just very funny to me because I don't know if it's worked particularly well.
Lightsaber.
Space.
Republic.
Japanese.
I don't need any more information, thank you. I've got what I needed. Right, I don't need another round. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll go back round in order.
Okay.
So I will reveal firstly what my game was.
Okay.
It was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I should not have picked Courtroom as my first thing. That was way too obvious.
It was.
And I put down Alex for Who Got It Me.
Incorrect.
I would have said Oliver.
It's Oliver.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, actually, I initially put down Lewis and changed it to Alex. So there we go.
I think it's because everyone knew it was Phoenix Wright, so everyone's word was appropriate.
Yeah, I kind of didn't help myself at all.
It's me, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go straight away. So first, so the game is Ninja Gaiden.
Ooh.
I think 100% it's Niall as punishment for playing Blade Runner, and he's
Ghost Runner.
Sorry, Ghost Runner. So he wants me to suffer with Ninja Gaiden, and I'm calling Niall 100%.
Yeah, so I googled after
I knew it.
finishing Ghost Runner.
I fucking knew it.
I googled hardest platformers ever to exist, and then I went on CEX and found the cheapest one, which is
It's
Ninja Gaiden.
fucking brutal. It's such an awful game.
That's brilliant.
So, it's made me happy anyway.
Piece
So.
of shit.
Right. Lewis definitely got me this. We've spoke about this because I haven't played it, and I'm pretty sure I think it was in a PTR show where Lewis was like, "Oh, you've not played it? It's Tearaway."
Yeah, it is me. It is me.
Yeah, I thought it was Paper Mario, which is why I said
It's
turn-based.
because I think it was the last PTR show. It's because you said, or maybe 2 ago. It's because you played that game that you didn't
Paper
like.
Claim. Yeah.
Yeah, Paper Play, and we brought up Tearaway during that. And in my head, it seemed like a game you would have played, but when you said you hadn't played it, it really shocked me. And it's just a really fun time. The game isn't too long. It's what I think it's what you expected Paper Clay to be. Like when you play it, you're gonna be like, "This is what I thought Paper Clay was going to be."
Yeah.
It's just a good time, and I think it's worth playing. I think it's one of the best Vita games that came out.
Speaking of time, isn't Phoenix Wright like 20,000 hours?
No, it's not. Right, I looked it up. If so, you do not have to do the 5th case. That is not something you have to do. You do the 4 cases, and that's around 15 hours.
Yeah, it's definitely like the cases are only about like 3 hours long. Yeah. I suppose
they get a bit longer as the game goes on.
Yeah.
But the 5th case is widely acknowledged as bullshit, and no one likes it. Even though if you look at How Long to Beat, people put their completion in saying, "I did not do the 5th case."
Okay.
Because it was designed exclusively for the Nintendo DS, and it's a bag of shite. I got No More Heroes, and there is no doubt in my mind that it was Alex who got it, man.
Such a good game.
Yeah,
banger.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's basically Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. I remember starting it all those years ago on the Wii. But is there another version of it out? Is it?
Yeah, there's one on the Switch.
Version. Yeah, version. You want to
I can. When you get your Switch back, I can lend you that version with Game Share.
Sounds good. Now needs to get his finger out of his ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can Game Share. Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah.
I was the only one who got it wrong.
Yeah, pretty bad.
So technically, I won if you
based on those rules.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Oliver wins Christmas.
Oliver wins Christmas. Yes. All right, so we will be individually reviewing those games for the next Video Game Book Club, which will be out on Christmas Day, I believe, is what we usually do. Yes?
Whoa.
Yeah. Christmas Eve, maybe?
Christmas Eve. On one of the Christmas days, it'll be out. But until next time, thank you for watching. We shall see you later.
Bye.
Bye.